Corey, when you're talking about surprises around the NBA right now, it kind of has to begin with the Utah Jazz, winners of 18 of 19, 8 in a row, best record in the NBA. I mean, we knew they'd be good, but I don't think we knew they'd be this good. I guess the question becomes first, are they for real or is this a mirage?
No, this is no mirage. There's no mirages in Utah, and I'm telling you, they're for real. I do think last year we saw the rising stars of the NBA. Two came out of the bubble, right? That was the Jazz, and then their neighbors, the Nuggets in Denver. But the Nuggets have Jokic as an MVP candidate, and everyone thought, okay, maybe they're going to take the next step forward and kind of challenge the Clippers or challenge the Lakers for the West. And then out of nowhere, seemingly, Utah says, no, it's our turn. We're going to go ahead and take this. Donovan Mitchell is playing at a very high level. They have Sixth Man of the Year candidate Jordan Clarkson, who drops 40 points off the bench. He shot 8 for 13 the other night against the 76ers. This is a really good team. My only concern about them is depth, Kurt.
Yeah. Depth is a concern. I'll tell you, I think what's different for them is not only are you knew you'd get something out of Donovan Mitchell, and maybe he hasn't taken a leap forward. Rudy Gobert has been Defensive Player of the Year, everything again. But the real difference is they got the Mike Conley they thought they were getting last season. I mean, they've got Bogdanovich healthy too, but Mike Conley, they were counting on him to provide pick and roll with Gobert, to provide good defense on the other end. And he was just injured and not healthy and never got there. He has been that guy this year. He has been phenomenal. It's turned them into this contender. And I'll tell you, if you're them and you're looking at the situation the way the West lays out right now with injuries and everything else, you're thinking you can get the number 1 seed, which matters to Utah because now you're going to pin the Lakers and Clippers, hopefully, as the 2 and 3 seed, other side of the bracket. You only have to play one of them to get to the finals, not go through both of them. That's a big advantage. I legitimately think Western Conference Finals is a very good thing. I mean, it could really happen for them.
Yeah, the pathway is there. I think, like I said, the only concern I have for Utah is depth. I'm going to give you a stat. I'm not a stat guy, Kurt. You know that. I like the feel of the game. I'm old school, but here's a stat for you. So the Lakers, who are the gold standard, I think, as far as defending national world champions, and they look really, really good. They have 11 guys with at least 15 minutes played in at least 23 games, right? Utah only has 8. So, I mean, they're running their team like one of the old John Wooden teams in UCLA or like Coach K runs his teams in Duke. Only 8 guys get minutes. And in an uncertain year where you have either COVID restrictions or concerns or, anything could happen, resting guys as well, like trying to fight for that and vie for that 1 seed, that clear path. My question is, can you get it done with 8 guys when other teams have 11 in the chamber? So that's my only concern is depth.
I think it's a concern. During the playoffs, that matters a little less. The other thing that worries me, I don't want to say worries, concerns me going to the playoffs, as much as I love Donovan Mitchell and as much as I love Rudy Gobert, they don't have that proven superstar. And what having LeBron James or Kawhi Leonard or Kevin Durant, or even going back to past champions and Kobe Bryant and Tim Duncan and Larry Bird and whoever else you want to go with, those guys provide a margin for error. Your team can have some flaws and they can cover them up because they're that good. Somebody can have an off night. It doesn't matter because Kobe takes over or LeBron takes over. They don't have that. This is the true ensemble. They're going to need everybody every night. This team has to keep winning the way they're winning. And that sometimes gets hard in the playoffs.
It worked out for the Heat, though, last year. That kind of worked by committee, got into the finals. So, but, but it wasn't enough to beat the Lakers. So you're right there.
It's going to be a challenge. I don't think it can't happen. And the 2004, Pistons are probably the patron saints, right? Like, play good defense, have a bunch of guys who can do this. I think they can do it in Utah. I'm just like, it's going to be a harder path for them than it might be for the Lakers or Clippers, but it's doable. They're legitimate contenders.
Yeah, Kurt, right now, this is one of those scenarios where if you're Donovan Mitchell or you're Rudy Gobert, this is the time you etch your name and say, look, I'm a superstar. I'm bona fide. I can take this team. We're playing really well, and now we're going to go win a world championship. I am one of the guys, one of the best guys in the NBA. That's how you do it. That's how you become one of those top guys.